The chase for the cup is on.
I want the cup.
I want the cup.
I want the cup.
The thing about Daytona, this is our premier race. This is our Super Bowl.
You don't want me behind you.
I guess Matt didn't think anything when he got me sideways over in 2 either.
20 wrecked me, guys. The 20 wrecked me, plain as day.
He should have thought about that first. I mean, he got back what he started in the first place.
You know, if he's worried about people's lives and everything, and then he's going to wreck on purpose at 190, I wasn't too happy with that.
NASCAR is a team sport.
Why would I be nervous? I got the greatest car and the greatest driver. To say right now. I'll tell everybody this for the rest of my life.
You know, after all the trouble this team's been through and all the criticism, I'm going to dedicate this one to all the haters of the 48 team because we won and we're in victory lane at Daytona for the Daytona 500.
Jimmie likes NASCAR.
Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys!
You can still hear the echoes of Daytona rumbling through the San Bernardino Mountains and here at the California Speedway. Fox Sports welcomes you to the Auto Club 500. Unscripted drama at nearly 200 miles an hour. Mostly cloudy skies, the sun peeking through. We're just east of Hollywood. The paparazzi in full force. They'll be out to follow guys like Dale Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth, Jeff Gordon, Tony Stewart, and other leading men. The hopes are high in this high-speed chase for the championship. And from our infield position in the Hollywood Hotel, we're glad to be with you once again. Open for business trackside. Three-time NASCAR champion Darrell Waltrip, crew chief Jeff Hammond, Chris Myers. Thanks for being with us. It's good to go another round here. Excited to start another season. You guys ready to go?
You got that right.
Yeah. Hey, I want the cup.
You're amped up. Well, we'll talk about that in today's race. But
I want the flag.
And Fox, you're home exclusively for the next 8 Daytona 500s.
We got the Daytona 500. We got the Daytona.
That sounds.
Yeah. Every time I hear, I'm sorry. I get
you already won. Give me your early pick for the Cup championship. Give me a name here.
I'm gonna. I like Kurt Busch. He's been there, done that. I like the situation he's in. I like him driving for Penske. Penske hadn't won a championship. I'm gonna put a little money on Kurt Busch.
No, my friend. I hate to tell you this right now. You're gonna have to go through Gibbs Racing if you want to wind up winning this championship. You're gonna have to take it away from Tony Stewart and Greg Zipadelli.
All right. Well, I'm not so sure about that. Greg Biffle may have something to do with it.
We got a lot of miles, a lot of races to debate that. We're 7 days, 2,600 miles from Daytona. People still talking about Jimmie Johnson's win. His crew chief, Chad Canal, suspended, banned from the 500 after Jimmie's car failed post-qualifying inspection. Canals will miss 4 races total. Darian Grubb takes his spot. Now, on Friday, I talked to Jimmie about the controversy.
We definitely stepped over the line and got in trouble. There's no doubt about that. Chad is serving his penalty. We passed inspection before and after the dual 150. Went out there, started dead last, finished 5th, and then we also went into the Daytona 500, went through inspection, won the race, and passed inspection afterwards. So my disappointment is because I won the biggest race of my career, and I walk in and get bombarded by all the different things that come up, and through the whole week that comes along with it, it's been the headlines and in every question. So that part disappoints me, but I'm happy to see that everybody's looking at what we accomplished and the positive things that took place and what we overcame.
All right, guys, Darrell, I'll start with you. What kind of fallout today for Jimmie Johnson and his crew in this race and the rest of the season?
First thing you got to do is quit talking about it. Okay. Every time he does an interview, he makes another apology for what happened. They were minor things. It was a minor thing. I tell you what, you could walk down pit road and you wouldn't have seen that rear window bucked up there that little bit.
So he didn't have an unfair advantage, car in the 500.
No, they fixed the car. It was just jack the thing up and let it down and go.
No, everything he did was right. The 500 car was perfect. There was no problems right there, and people need to let Jimmie Johnson enjoy his victory. He earned it.
What about not having his regular crew chief? I mean, the landscape changes the next few races starting here.
It makes it difficult. It really does. I mean, it's going to be a challenge for Darian Grubb and that entire crew today, but I think it brought them closer together. They're going to play tougher this weekend in the next 3 or 4 races without Chad Canals and what they are, at Daytona.
Teams like that, they are well prepared. The cars are ready to go. Daytona car ready, California car, Vegas car ready. All he's got to do is go to the racetrack and not screw up. Make good calls in the pits. He'll be fine.
And trust NASCAR. A lot more to cover. Jimmie
that
Johnson.
Was my line.
I know. You didn't say it. Jimmie Johnson starts from row 2 behind pole sitter Kurt Busch, who shares the front row with Greg Biffle. Greg won last year's race. He also won yesterday's Busch race here. There's still some talk about the mystery of the glove and how it got out there and created the caution. Here's what's ahead. We'll talk a little gas and go. DW and Hollywood Hamlin have a new ride. They'll take you around the track, get you ready. Tony Stewart, always in the spotlight. He'll answer some of the tough questions in our 10 laps with. Plus, the beautiful and talented pop singer Jewel will perform. And don't miss more on the controversy from Daytona with Daryl and Jeff. It's all ahead. NASCAR on Fox, California style.
I mean, he got back what he started in the first place.
Tony Stewart lost it and got it back. What a save!
Tony went out and said all that stuff earlier in the week, and then, you know, if he's worried about people's lives and everything, and then he's going to wreck you on purpose. I wasn't too happy with that.
20 wrecked me, guys. The 20 wrecked me. Point is there. Now we got to settle down out there. Just ride in line. They're going to get you in a pass-through here.
He started the whole thing, and I finished it.
All right, so we're going to talk about this. Tony sets us up and fuels us for gas and go. I asked Darrell Waltrip and Jeff Hammond questions in the shape of questions. That's to kind of throw them off, and their answers defy
That's not very hard, is it?
All right, when you hear the bell, your time is up.
No, he's trying to throw us off.
All right, Darrell, this one's for you. You have 20 seconds. Was Tony Stewart hypocritical in Daytona after those comments?
Well, you know, he went over the top. He went from aggressive driving to reckless driving. But you know what? I'm going to cut him some slack because the guy is trying. He's trying to do a better job. He's trying to do be a little friendlier. He's trying not to be so sarcastic. I give him a B-.
All right, fair enough. Jeff, you have time ready for this one? 15 seconds. Did Tony deserve a more severe punishment based on what he did to Matt Kenseth?
No, I don't think so.
Really?
I think people need to go back and look at the tape and understand that this went a lot deeper than that. I checked with the people at NASCAR to see, well, why didn't you do more? And they explained to me that was the reason why.
Darrell, you don't agree?
Well, you got to trust NASCAR to make the right call. They're watching the whole race. We just see what we see on TV. Leave it up to them. Rules and infractions.
Why didn't you ever do that when you were driving for me?
Well, because he was driving that. All right, DW.
Because I was driving for you.
It was always go down and tell NASCAR. Go down and tell NASCAR.
Was Ryan Newman accurate when he insinuated that Jimmie and his crew, you know, weren't only not playing by the rules before, but during the race?
No, it's sour grapes. Sour grapes. Everybody knew what he did to that car. Everybody knows that they corrected the problem. It's no different than in a race. Crew tire changers run around, pull the front fenders out, pull the rear quarters out. Those are aero advantages. Give your car more downforce. Sometimes NASCAR makes you put them back. He was fine.
What goes around comes around.
All right, I've heard that before. All right, Jeff, which driver will benefit most from changing teams this season? Quite a few have.
Hurry, you're out of
Jamie
time.
McMurray.
You got 10 seconds if you want to give a thought, Darrell.
Well, I think Kurt Busch again.
Kurt Busch, okay, you're picking him.
I'm not on the Kurt Busch bandwagon, don't get me wrong, but I think that jumping in that 2 car, Rusty did a great job with that team and that car, but that's not the same team. Everybody on it's different.
Jamie McMurray with Roush Racing, that's the way to go.
Neither one of them got off to a very good start.
I hold in my hand the last Gas to Go question for the day. All right, which rookie, if any, and we'll start with you, DW, will make the chase?
You know, I would say Denny Hamlin, but I got to tell you, Clint's been coming on strong. I mean, that finish he had at Daytona, it's going to be between those 2 guys.
Well, I tell you right now, I don't know if I totally rule out Denny Hamlin either. We may have ourselves a really interesting situation. 2 rookies making maybe the race.
Good job. You guys hit the times, and I thought your answers were somewhat entertaining. We'll do it every week on the pre-race show.
Somewhat. We think the same thing about you every
I know. I hear that in the breaks. In good times and in bad, Tony Stewart never afraid to face the music. He was, though, a little hesitant about sitting down with me in our almost famous interview game known as 10 Laps With. When you hear people say Tony's mellowed, matured, is that true, false?
It's just scary. It's scary to think that's actually happened, but I think it's true.
What's the first non-racing car, the very first car that you bought or owned?
A 79 Plymouth Volare with wore-out front shocks.
And how about what's the most recent?
Probably either the Lamborghini Murcielago or the 84 Cadillac Hearse that I bought.
Okay, a Hearse.
Yeah.
Wow.
I take stiffs like you for a ride.
All right, I'm going to play Dr. Phil now, okay? Except, you know, more hair and not as fat a face. Do you have any recurring dreams at all?
Yeah, for some reason I keep having this dream that I'm at high school and I'm late for class and I'm wearing nothing but my underwear for some reason. I don't know why. That's the weirdest dream I've ever had, but it comes back all the time.
All the time? Really? All right, this is the meter section where on a scale of 1 to 10, the meter of truth, right? You give me a 1 is the worst, a 10 is the best or most believable. So you like your nickname Smoke?
Off the charts.
10? Really? So
absolutely.
You're on to 10. Okay. You think about settling down and getting married?
I'd say that's an 8 or 9.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. As far as a virtual genius when it comes to the inner workings of an engine?
I would say a 0.
A 0. There's no negatives. Be nice.
No, I didn't say negative.
Oh,
just a 0 on that.
Right. You're as physically fit as you want to be.
That's a 0. It's about as good as you with the engines.
because he cares. The gang is all here. We're cranked up for another season. There is Tony's ready to go. I talked to Greg Zipadelli.
He called you a stiff.
Yeah, I know. That's good.
He didn't cut too much slack, but
I never thought I'd say Zippy, and he likes their chances today on this particular track. We have a lot more to cover. Nice to have you with us from California. It's NASCAR on Fox. The NASCAR on Fox pre-race show sponsored by Cube, the heat-activated oil that helps maximize the power of your engine. Unleash all your horses. By the new 99-cent Buffalo Snacker from KFC. Heat things up for under $1. By Sprint, proud partner of the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series. And by Team Chevy and the 303 horsepower Monte Carlo SS. Chevy, an American revolution. California Speedway, not too far from Hollywood, noted for its famous facelifts. In NASCAR's version of Nip Tuck, Kurt Busch had his ears surgically adjusted to the offseason, also made a change, leaving the 97 car, taking over Rusty Wallace's old ride in the 2 car. Jamie McMurray is now in the 26 car. That opened the door for Casey Mears in the 42. Casey off to a good start. Bobby Labonte now in the 43 for Petty Racing. And Michael Waltrip went from the 15 car to the 55 car. All drivers to watch. Some of the changes, also 7 rookies in today's race. Now, DW and Jeff certainly not rookies when it comes to driving around the track. They have a new toy, and they're going to show you the importance of a fast start here at this race with the Richard Petty Driving Experience race car. So let's head to the AutoZone Driver Zone.
Yeah, baby. California Motor Speedway, baby. Ready to go? This is what I live for right here. Okay, we're getting ready to come to green. Pace car's getting ready to pull off. Now make sure you don't jump the start. Stay in line till we get across the start-finish line. Stay in line. The main thing on the start is you don't want to lose any spots. You want to gain spots, but don't lose any. So you're working with your spotter, you're listening to the crew chief, and you're trying to find the open hole to make your best move to get by as many cars at one time as you can safely. That's the big thing. All right, easy, buddy. Coming to the green. Easy, easy. Green, 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 green. Go, 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 go. All right, I'm getting through the gears. I'm looking in my mirrors. I want to be sure it's clear. I'm waiting for my spotter to tell me clear low. I got to get to the bottom of the racetrack. I've got it down low. Cars everywhere. They're inside, outside. I'm on low air. Cars handle a little mean right now. Pushing up off the 2. But I'm clear. I'm good. I'm in line. I got a great start, and I'm good to go. Just remember, DW, a great start sets you up for a great race. Good, clean starts are so important. Yeehaw! Go, baby, go!
You look real comfortable in that car, you guys. Something you'll do every week to kind of give us the feel for what we could expect.
Yeah, we're going to try to find something about every racetrack that's unique or different that the drivers have to deal with, and we're going to explain it to the fans, and we're going to go out on the track in an hour, and we're going to put you right through the paces just like the drivers.
What about
the
this
communication
particular,
and everything like it? This particular race right now,
with,
the key you're going to be looking at is that communication, because I think before it's all said and done, keeping up with the track conditions as well as pit strategy as far as toward the end of this race could be real important.
So fast start, important to the finish. Who do you like in the finish of this race?
You know, you got to go with Greg Biffle, that guy right there. I mean, he's got this place figured out. You know, horses for courses. This is his horse.
I can't believe you're saying that right now. I like his teammate, Mark. I'm telling you right now, guys, he had that look in his eye. He's going to be gunning for him.
That guy right there will be pretty good, too.
You never know who's going to drop by, but the crowd gathering for the race today will count you down. In fact, coming up, we'll be checking out Jewel and a Gem, some of the top drivers in the world ready to go, and Jewel performing musically here in just a few moments.